Here we are going to start the new session of chapter 15, waves. Now let us understand the speed of a traveling wave. Here let us consider a wave is moving from its origin point towards the x direction. Here, to understand its speed, we need to determine its distance traveled within how much time duration. So here, to define its displacement or the how much distance has been covered, we are noting it by some specific point. So let us consider a dot on its crest at the maximum amplitude. At particular time t, the wave is initially available, which is passing through its x equal to 0 origin point. Now as time will change by the amount of delta t and the wave is propagating further, it will shift by that delta x position. So by that particular dot is shifted by the delta x position through which the whole wave is propagating by changing its displacement by delta x position in delta t time duration. So that will gives the shape of the wave at two instant of time, which is differed by the small time interval delta t, and the entire wave pattern shifting can be seen in right direction by the distance change delta x. So here this crest is shown by the dot which move by the distance delta x in delta t time. So we know that speed is nothing but change in position per time. So distance delta x divided by delta t will give you the speed of the wave. Here the motion of the fixed phase point on the wave, which is given by kx minus omega t, that we are keeping constant. So as the time t is going to change, the position x of the fixed phase, that point will also change, so that phase constant will remain same. So kx minus omega t, in which now x is going to be changed by x plus delta x and time t is changed by t plus delta t. So here kx plus delta x minus omega t plus delta t. Here this variation also to make kx minus omega t constant, that k delta x minus omega delta t, that would be 0. So by substituting k delta x minus omega delta t equal to 0, that a change is very much small. So we can differentiate x with respect to time. It will give you dx by dt. So here k delta x equal to omega delta t, and delta x by delta t will give you omega by k. That change is defined by dx by dt. It will give omega by k. This is nothing but it's a speed of the wave v. Now here omega, that is a 2 pi v frequency, that is related by the time period, and k is defined in terms of lambda wavelength, that is 2 pi by lambda. By substituting those values, we are having speed equal to lambda into frequency, that will give you lambda by time period t. Right? So here this is the speed function available for the progressive waves. Here the time period for one full oscillations given by constituent of the medium that the wave pattern travels a distance equal to the wavelength of the wave. Here the speed of this mechanical wave is determined by linear mass density or mass density, that is the inertia, and elastic properties of the medium based on its a Young module of linear medium or shear modules or Burke modules. So here the medium will determine the speed of the traveling wave. Then it will be related with wavelength to frequency for this given speed. So medium can support both transverse and longitudinal waves. They will have a different speed in the same medium. Now let us understand speed of transverse wave on stretch string. So here the speed of mechanical wave is determined by the restoring force developed within a spring that a setup in a medium when it disturbed and the inertial properties, that is the mass density of that medium. So the speed is expected, that is directly related to the former and inversely to the later value. So for waves on a string, the restoring force that is provided by the tension force T in the string. The inertial property that will be the linear mass density mu, which is the mass of the string divided by its length L. So here the dimension of mu, the mass density, which is m L raised to minus 1, the dimension of tension force T, that is the m raised to 1, L raised to 1, T raised to minus 2. And dimension of speed, that is L raised to 1, T raised to minus 1. So here the quantity T by mu, the tension by mass density, has the dimension m raised to 1, L raised to 1, T raised to minus 2 divided by m raised to 1, L raised to minus 1 will give you L raised to 2, T raised to minus 2. Here T and mu, which are assumed only relevant to the physical quantities, that will give you V equal to C under root of T by mu. That C, that is the undetermined constant of analysis, which is considered as C equal to 1. So the speed of transverse waves on the stretch string, that will give you V equal to under root of T by mu. Here this speed, which depends on the properties of the medium, that is a tension T and the mass density mu. That T, that is a property of the stretch string arising due to the external force. And this speed is not depending on wavelength or frequency of the wave itself. The parameters lambda and V, that is the source of disturbance, determine the frequency of the wave generated. So the speed of wave in the medium and the frequency that will give you the wavelength lambda equal to speed by frequency. Lambda equal to speed by frequency. Let us understand its example. A steel wire having 0.72 meter long has a mass of 5 to 10 raised to minus 3 kilogram. 5 into 10 raised to minus 3 kilogram. If the wire is under a tension of 60 Newton, what is the speed of transverse wave on the wire? That mu equal to m by L. Mu equal to m by L. So m is given 5 to 10 raised to minus 3 kilogram. L is given 0.72 meter. By substituting those values, we are having mu equal to 6.9 into 10 raised to minus 3 kilogram per meter. The tension force is given 16 Newton. So the speed we are having, that would be equal to under root of T by mu. By substituting those values, we are having speed equal to 93 meter per second. Now let us understand speed of a longitudinal wave, that is the speed of sound wave. In a longitudinal wave, the constituents of the medium oscillate in backward and forward direction, that is in the direction of propagation of wave. This sound waves travel in the form of compression and rarefactions of a small volume elements of air. So the elastic property that determines the stress under the compressional stress in the bulk modulus of that medium, that bulk modulus be equal to delta P divided by delta V by V. So change in pressure that will produces a volume strain delta V by V. So that is the stress by strain delta P by delta V by V. Change in pressure by volumetric strain variation. Here the B has the same dimension as the pressure and its unit is Pascal. So its initial property relevant for the propagation of wave in mass density having a dimension m raised to 1 L raised to minus 3. So the quantity B by rho, the mass density, has the dimension m raised to 1 L raised to minus 1 T raised to minus 2 divided by m raised to 1 T raised to minus 3 will give you L raised to 2 T raised to minus 2. Now here if B and rho we consider the physical quantities, then speed V equal to C under root of B by rho. Here C, that is again the undetermined constant. So by having its exact derivation, we can take C equal to 1. So the general formula for the longitudinal wave, the speed in a medium, we are having V equal to under root of B by rho. Here for a linear medium like a solid bar, the lateral expansion of the bar is available, which is negligible, and we consider only longitudinal strain. So in that case, modulus of elasticity in Young modulus has the same dimension as the bulk modulus. So dimensional analysis for that case is same as before, and it will give us a C equal to 1 for the proper derivation, and we are getting the speed of longitudinal wave in a solid bar by V equal to under root of Y by rho. That Y is Young modulus of the material of the bar. So that speed V equal to under root of Y by rho. Here we are having a table that gives you the speed of sound in different media. If the medium is gas, so it's a speed in air that is 331 meter per second at 0 degree. In air having a higher temperature 20 degrees Celsius, its speed is 343 meter per second. Likewise, its speed is varying in gas, liquid and solid with a different medium. Here the liquids and solids which has a higher speed of sound than in gas. For solid, the speed is having a speed of longitudinal waves in solid. They have much more difficult to compress than gas. So they have the higher values of bulk modulus. So here the factors more than compensates for their higher densities than gas. So here we can estimate the speed of sound in a gas with the ideal gas approximation, that PV equal to N into kBT. So here N is the number of molecules in volume V, kB is Boltzmann constant, and T is the temperature. So for isothermal change, we are having V into delta P plus P into delta V, that would be 0, or P equal to minus delta P by delta V by V. By substituting that value, we are having B equal to P. That will give you the speed of longitudinal wave in terms of ideal gas, that V equal to under root of capital T, that pressure by rho. That gives you that is available based on the Newton's law, and that is known as Newton's formula for speed of longitudinal wave, speed of sound wave in gas. Let us go through the example for the same. Estimate the speed of sound in air at standard temperature and pressure. The mass of 1 mole of air is 29 into 10 raised to minus 3 kilogram. Now 1 mole of gas will occupy 22.4 liters. So here the density at that STP condition, we are having mass of 1 mole of air divided by volume of 1 mole. So here mass of 1 mole is given 29 into 10 raised to minus 3 kilogram and its density is given 22.4 liter. The 22.4 into 10 raised to minus 3 m cube. So here that density we are having 1.29 kilogram per meter cube. Now according to the Newton's formula, for the speed of sound in a medium, we are having V equal to under root of Y by rho, that will give you 1.01 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter cube divided by 1.29 kilogram per meter cube. That will give you 280 meter per second. So here that is the 50% smaller as compared to the given in table having a 331 meter per second speed. So here by using the adiabatic process for ideal gas, the equation we are having P V raised to gamma, that is a constant. So change in that delta P into V raised to gamma equal to 0, that will give you that differentiation with respect to gamma, that partial derivation we are taking, that P into gamma into V gamma raised to V raised to gamma minus 1 into delta V plus V raised to gamma as it is, and variation available in delta P, that will be 0. So here gamma, that is the ratio of this Cp by Cv, right? So here for an ideal gas, for the adiabatic bulk modulus, we are having B for adiabatic bulk modulus, that would be equal to minus delta P by delta V by V, that will give you gamma into P. So now we are having the speed of sound V equal to under root of B by rho, that is the gamma P by rho. So here this is the modification of the Newton's formula can be defined using the Laplace correction, that will give you for air gamma equal to 7 by 5, and using that equation we can get it's a speed of sound in air, that is 331.3 meter per second. Clear? Here we are going to end the session. Hope you understood. Thank you.